Walt Disney Animation Studios has a brand new film out for this Thanksgiving Day weekend for you to enjoy with your family. It's called Encanto, a magical, vibrant, incredible new animated film. It's the 60th Disney animated film. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know how emotional I got about getting to see one of the early screenings of this film. I'm going to talk about it more right after this. Hey everyone, it's the Outlaw John Rocha here with a review for you for Encanto, this incredible new film from Walt Disney Animation Studios. And for me, quickly becoming my favorite animated film. If you follow me on Twitter, as I mentioned here in the intro, you saw my reaction, you saw my tears, you saw my emotion as the son of South American immigrants to be able to see something from South America distributed by Disney with so many talented people behind it. It meant so much to be able to see that. Now I'm going to talk about it here in this review. But first, I want to remind you all to please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content we do here. And then head on over to Twitch, follow and subscribe to me there. Just got some new PS5 games. So I'll be doing some new play-alongs, some new watch-alongs, and also the John and Wendy show on Fridays there on Twitch. And later on, I'll let you know how you can be part of the Patreon. If you want to support us here and have a more interactive part of supporting the Outlaw Nation, I'll let you know about that in just a little bit. All right, well, let's get into this review for Encanto. And this is not going to be a normal kind of review. I'll be honest with you. Normally I go like, I'll give you the synopsis, and then I talk about things that I liked and I didn't like. I don't know where I'm going to go with this review. Usually I have a little more structure. You're just along for the ride with me. And if I can find a way to structure this thing as we go along, I will. But there's so much to talk about here that I may veer off into tangents. So bear with me if I do. But let's give the basic synopsis here of the story. It tells the tale, Encanto does, of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals, who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia, in a magical house, in a vibrant town, in a wondrous, charmed place called an Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, from like super strength to the power to heal every child except one, and that is Mirabel. It was voiced by Stephanie Beatriz. But when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is in danger, Mirabel decides that she, the only ordinary Madrigal, might just be her exceptional family's last hope. And that's the basic premise of this movie overall. This is what it deals with. Mirabel is the center of the piece here because she is the one that does not have any extraordinary talent, or was not giving any kind of enchantment to have an extraordinary talent like superpower, the power to heal, or the weather following her around, all these kinds of things that these other members of her family have. She did not get that. So she's kind of seen as the odd one out, so to speak. Though when we meet her, she's got this vibrancy, this joy, this fun. She loves the house. The house itself comes alive. The house, it doesn't speak words, but it speaks through actions, and she has a great interaction with the house overall. But there's some tension here with other members of the family. She's got some jealousy going on with her older sister, who is supposedly incredibly perfect, and she's got some stuff going on with her grandmother, the matriarch of the family. And we find out the story of how she finds herself at this house and how this house is created is very powerful and very moving to see that happening here as they are leaving a town, because political stuff was happening in that town and scary stuff was happening in that town. And there's a moment where they're about to possibly get killed and something magical happens. And that's basically where the foundation of that house, foundation of that town stems from. So very interesting stuff to kind of approach it from this manner. And Disney doesn't, people always say, well, Disney-fied, but within Disney, there's a lot of darkness in some of these stories. And certainly they don't shy away from the darkness in this story here to kind of lay the groundwork for what the overall premise of this film is. And that is the matriarch trying desperately to keep the magic from disappearing. There is such fear that the magic is disappearing. And when it starts to disappear, Mirabel, the one person who the matriarch of the family does not 100% have a lot of faith in because she doesn't have a gift or a talent, ends up becoming the one who's doing the extra work to try to keep the magic afloat, even though she herself has not been blessed with the magic. So a fantastic journey that we go on in the movie. And let's start with the voiceover cast here. Of course, Stephanie Beatriz, as I mentioned, as Mirabel. She's incredible. If you only know her from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you are in for a surprise and just a treat yourself to enjoy and appreciate the incredible talents of Stephanie Beatriz. Her singing is incredible. Her voice acting is fantastic. Also, María Cecilia Botero as the matriarch, Abuela Alma, she's fantastic. I mean, for those of us who've had Latino grandmothers, Hispanic grandmothers, we know that character. We know that voice. We know those moments. We know the fear of letting her down or disappointing her, and we know the power she carries just by walking in a room. And certainly, Abuela Alma does that when she walks into everybody, kind of clears the path for her when she walks in the room. And I appreciate that. And Maria Cecilia Botero does a fantastic job of laying a lot of foundation and levels and layers in her performance, in her interactions with the different people in the family and different people in the town, because she's almost seen like an honorary governor of the town, so to speak, because people turn to her when anything's going wrong, and when things are going great, she is really in charge of making all that happen as well. John Leguizamo, fantastic here as Bruno, who is the actual kind of ostracized family member in the family here of the Madrigals. And it's very interesting as when his story starts to come to the forefront of the film, you get to enjoy a little bit more of what John Leguizamo can do as an actor. And he gets some fantastic moments as well, and some interesting moments. And for those of you who have family members who are maybe, okay, what can you say? Just have issues being a part of the family. They have anxiety issues, social anxiety issues. They're introverts, massive introverts. I think the Bruno story will appeal to some of you in your own experience with someone like that, or maybe you yourself being the introvert of the family. You'll feel a connection to Bruno and what he's going through. Jessica Darrow as Luisa is great in here. Angie Cepeda as Julieta. Carolina Gaitán as Pepa is great as well. Diane Guerrero as Isabella, really enjoy her. Wilmer Valderrama, for those of you who are 70s shows fans, he's in here as Augustine. Rhenzy Feliz as Camilo. As well, Adassa as Dolores. We also get Mauro Castillo as Felix. He is great. Mauro Castillo is just great when he pops in with his stuff, especially when he's doing when he's part of the song telling the story of how Bruno affected his marriage, or his wedding day rather. It is great to see how much vibrancy he brings. And so for those of you who were complaining about In the Heights not having enough darker skinned Latinos, we got all the hues in the spectrum here in this movie, and it's great to see. I love the voiceover cast from top to bottom of every member of this family. Do great work when they come in, some bigger parts, some larger parts, but they all add an authenticity and a vibrancy here that's great to see. For me as a Latino, almost like getting lost and remembering being a part of my own family when we get together with my extended family rather at those big functions, seeing all of them there for sure and experiencing all of that. It was fun to kind of have that sense memory brought back for sure. Let's talk about the animation, as I just kind of touched on just a little bit ago. The animation is so incredibly vibrant. It is close to photorealism as I've seen in a very, very long time. Don't be surprised if you feel like you're watching a live action film, even though it's an animated film, if there are moments where you get lost thinking it's a live action film, because the photorealism here is extraordinary. The colors here that are being used, and let's give a shout out to the directors, Byron Howard, Jared Bush, and Charisse Castro Smith, all being a part of this as well. Great stuff from the directors here. What they're able to do when they put the animation to good use, it is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. All over the film, the vibrancy, the colors that feel very much from the country of Colombia, but also kind of universally from the Latino experience, from the Hispanic experience. All this vibrancy throughout. Really, the clothes they wear just really adds to the authenticity overall. When we get to the magical stuff going on, it's really great. The colors that they use here for that as well. And when they get into the animated sequences for the songs, whoo, is that next level stuff as well that I think all of you are going to enjoy. And in terms of the music, got to give a shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda. He wrote all the lyrics for the songs in here, along with the score being composed by Jermaine Franco, who also co-composed the songs from Coco. So he was a part of this as well. So having him bring his Latino authenticity and Hispanic authenticity into this was great to hear as well. And the songs are just fantastic. The Family Madrigal, which is the opening song from Mirabel, is just immediately gives the exposition, but without feeling like they're going, okay, here's the exposition. It's really done well, and the lyrics kind of line up, and it feels organically in the flow of the movie. Waiting on a Miracle is great. Surface Pressure is my favorite. Surface Pressure is the song from Jessica Darrow. She does it, and she's the muscly sister, and all the pressure that she feels in being the muscly sister comes out in that song. And that's another part of this film that I think is really great. We are handed a story here of a woman who is trying to help her family and thinks that everyone else possibly is better than her because they were gifted with this enchantment. But each one of them has their own issues and their own struggles and their own obstacles and challenges that they're dealing with in their lives. And that is sometimes, that's a good lesson for all of us, really, that we see someone else having something and we think, oh, they must be loving their life. They must be having this great life. But we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And Mirabel goes on this journey of discovering this about her family, and it brings her closer to her family, where she was sitting a little bit in judgment of her family. Now the walls kind of come down, the bridges are rebuilt here between her and some of the members of her family as she starts to see behind the curtains and the struggles that they are going through in their own lives. Anyway, we don't talk about Bruno is a fantastic kind of slow moving, almost a little bit salsa feel to it, which I really love. What else can I do? Lin-Manuel Miranda, that song, What Else Can I Do, said he was influenced by a lot of the 90s Hispanic Latino music that was going on there as well. And you can certainly feel that. Dos Oruguitas is beautiful. All of you. Hola Casita is fun. And Colombia Me Encanto from Carlos Vives. Colombia Me Encanto is a love letter to Colombia, and it's beautiful. It's vibrant. It's gorgeous to listen to when it comes in. And the two Oruguitas from Yatras, when that comes in, and the moment that it comes in, oh man, it's just kind of really, I'm getting emotional talking about it. The lyrics within each of these songs are really great as well. They just get you into the right place. They give you enough information. They give you the joy of the song, but also a little bit of the harbinger of some of the conflict that's going on in the movie here within the songs as well. So they do great work here telling the story, but staying in the flow of the movie as well, not taking you out of the movie like I think some of the Frozen 2 songs did when you were watching Frozen 2. But yeah, so this is a lot better for sure. So if I can ding it for anything, I guess you can ding it for the story not being necessarily something unique. The idea of the odd person out being the one that saves the family. We've seen that before in numerous films. So in that way, it's not authentically unique, but it's a universal story. What is authentically unique is the animation and the songs and the casting here of all these Latino and Hispanic actors to be a part of this project, and the story being told here and the settings. All of that is unique for sure. So maybe the story itself is a bit universal. So maybe, yeah, a little bit you can ding it for that. But really, that's the only complaint I have about the movie. Overall, I give this film 4 3/4 cowboy hats. Yeah, 4 3/4 cowboy hats. It's as close to 5 cowboy hats as I can give. 4 3/4 cowboy hats. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's vibrant. It's everything you could want. The authenticity here, the cultural sensitivity, the story, the performances, the music, the lyrics. All of that you will feel a great attraction for sure. And this is an experience you will not soon forget, in my opinion. Well, if you get a chance to see it this Thanksgiving Day weekend, let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought of this review in this comment section below. I know it's a bit of an unusual review. It was all over the place, but I wanted to let my enthusiasm take over for a little bit. I hope I didn't irritate any of you. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. Remember to hit a like on this video and share this video on your social media. When you share it on your social media, you're telling your friends and family, hey, this is a great place to come and enjoy some content here on the Outlaw Nation channel. And speaking of the channel, as I said when I started this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content we do here on the channel. And head on over to Twitch, follow and subscribe to me there. The Outlaw Nation, all one word, on Twitch. And if you want to be an interactive part of the Outlaw Nation and support everything we're doing here, you can do so at the Patreon. Patreon.com/John Rocha. See all the multiple tiers you can be a part of and all the multiple ways that you can support the channel and get some great benefits in exchange as well. All right, that's it from me here. Y'all take care of yourselves. Remember to follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram, and my other podcast, The Cinephiles, The Top 10, and The Geek Buddies. Tengo harto cariño para todos. Por favor, anda a ver esta película y disfrutarlo este Día de Gracias, okay? Okay, that's it. That's my Spanish for now. All right, much love to you all. Talk to you next time. Take care and be well.